Takes a minute to register.
Yep.
Let's see.
We going live. We live.
We're live.
We live. We wouldn't lie to you. Ugh. Oh.
Yeah, it's not loading. Oh. Oh, there we are. I see me. I see you. Will it let me click on it? There we go. Cool. So.
Wake up. No time to go to sleep now. You got to stay up there, Roger. All right. Okay.
You have a friend there with you.
The supporter said, "Yeah, where's your dolly?"
Oh. Over
Oh.
here we go. My mini-me.
Hey, maybe they'll stand in for us next couple
Yeah,
weeks.
maybe they'll be the new hosts.
Hey, everybody, welcome so far. See, you got any people coming in? Can you do your monitoring? Do I need to put this anywhere?
We have about 32 so far, but
Okay.
it's taking a minute, I think, for it to show up that we're live.
All right, let me make sure that we're on the right sort of track here. We are.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Hey.
From
This thing's too hot.
the mummy, the monkey, and the mini mummy and mini monkey over there.
You got a white butt, that guy.
Bye, Dolly.
So does she. All right. So.
Okay. Let's see.
Woo.
48 watching.
All right,
Wow.
picking
People
up.
are saying hello. Hello there, everybody.
Oops.
I hope you guys out there are down to Friday.
ETF, baby, all the way over here.
Share this with your friends. Let's see if we can get over 100 views.
Ooh, let's do that. Excuse-moi.
Ooh. What did you need, Grim?
Something.
Okay. Grim's getting some last minute things. We've got our popcorn here. Hopefully you guys have your drinks and snacks ready. Hopefully you had a good week and you're all ready for an even better weekend. I'm going to check some of the comments. Hi there, Ellen. Hi, Connie. Terry says, hi, guys. Great to see you. I miss you.
Oh.
We miss you too, Miss Terry.
The Terry
Hello there. Terry Riffic is in the chat.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Very
I
nice.
likes that. I likes that.
Mm-hmm. We have got a wild show for you.
Boy, do we have it's more of a romp.
Yeah,
It's a romp. It's going to be great.
It's a wide variety of things.
It's going to be a hoot.
Oh, yeah. And a prize giveaway.
We have prize giveaways, a brand new Stasha skit, all kinds of great stuff.
Special shout-outs.
Oh, special shout-outs. Viewer mail.
Yeah, we got viewer mail. Mm-hmm. Oh, where did that go?
Did you got that already?
No, I need to go get that.
Other room. See, see. We're on a time schedule, Decay. Come on now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'll be right there.
There we go.
Okay.
It was sitting right there earlier. Where did it go? Why did it leave here?
I had to inspect it to make sure it was safe to open.
Okay. Well, I think it's safe to open the show now, so let's just get to that, and then we'll be back.
Yeah, let's move on with the show.
Well, whoop-dee-doo. Hey, gang. Welcome. I'm Cliff Jablonski, the behind-the-scenes guy here at the Mummy and the Monkeys Hairy Scary Hangout, yeah. And I want to know one thing. Are you DTF? That's right. You know what I'm talking about. Are you down to Friday?
Only your hairdresser knows. Hey, welcome everybody, one and all, to the
Mummy and the Monkeys Hairy Scary Hangout. I'm Janet Takei, your yummy mummy.
That's right, and I'm Grim Gory, your funky monkey. That's right, you're watching episode 87.
87
That's
already.
right, we're up to 87. That's only what, 65 more till 100, I think? If my
65?
If my math is
I
correct.
don't think it's that many. I think it's like 50 more to 100.
You might be right. I think you're closer.
Yeah,
I, mean,
I think it's a little bit closer.
None of us are really good at math, but we're getting really close to the 100 episodes. Yeah, I can't wait till we get there. It's going to be fun. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but it's going to be something spiffy.
We have to do something special for the 100th episode. But yeah, 87 episodes in 2 years.
That's right. And tonight's show is, when we've done this sort of thing before, we're not showing an actual movie tonight. What we're going to do is show you those. Remember when you're in the classroom growing up, especially in probably the 60s and 70s and the 80s, when they would bring out the AV projector and put in those short subject films that teach you about, hygiene and this and that.
Yeah, all those like educational films, but because they're so outdated, don't try that at home, whatever you see in these films.
Yes, absolutely. But we had some doozies in the past, and we're not going to disappoint tonight because, we got a nice little hand offering of those for you. And on top of that, we have a new Stasha skit.
Yes, a brand new Stasha from the Old Country skit.
That's right, we got that. A new TV show, Time Travel.
Yeah, we have that. We have a viewer package we're going to open.
A giveaway that's related to the Stasha skit. Mm-hmm.
A prize giveaway, yes.
That's right. That makes me wonder if we should show the skit earlier, because I have it set up for a little bit later. But maybe we'll wait.
Well, we don't have to show what the prize is right away.
No, that's true. But if they want to win it, that's true.
So we have a surprise prize giveaway. We'll announce one lucky winner at the end of the night.
We won't reveal what that is until after we show the Stasha skit later on in the show.
All we could say is that it's a prop from the newest Stasha skit.
That's right. You can actually use it.
Yes, and if you guys out there have a chance at winning this awesome prize, you can shoot us an email.
Does it work?
TheMummyandTheMonkey@gmail.com, and in the subject line have it say Stasha.
It's easy. Stasha. Stasha.
Yes, Stasha.
Yeah, any way you want to spell it, that doesn't even matter. We'll know what it is, but
and
then
then
close to it.
I'll gather up all the names and put them in the mummy bucket.
As always.
And later I'll show you what the prize looks like after we see the skit.
Yeah, because we don't want to give anything away from the skit. So.
But before we do anything else, mini monster shout-outs.
Yeah.
I have a whole list here.
Right, okay,
and
let's
the
get
Magic
to it.
Macabre Mirror.
Man, we got a lot. Jam-packed show tonight,
Let's do the mini monster shout-outs, and then we'll jump over to the Magic Macabre Mirror.
Yeah.
So, mini monster shout-outs to Miss Violet.
Hello, Violet.
Miss Becky.
Hello, Becky.
Miss Isabella.
Miss Isabella, how you doing?
Miss Hannah.
Hannah
Banana. Miss Sienna. And Mr. Dominic from Germany. We have Mr. Morgan. Miss Carly.
Whoa.
Cassandra. And Eva. And then we also have Miss Mackenzie. Hello, Miss Mackenzie.
Hello there, Mackenzie.
And then Joe and Connie. They're parents from LaGrange.
All right, and they're watching tonight, right?
And they are watching tonight. So thank you, guys. We have a lot of families that watch and hang out. And if you guys want a mini monster shout out on our next episode, you can send us an email to the same address.
That's right.
Just a first name is needed. And we will do shout outs to your mini monsters.
All right, that's also always good. Always good for the mini monsters to join us because, we're all about having all ages watch our show. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's for most ages to watch. Some of our movies or some videos may be with supervision or for the older kids. Yeah, or kids at heart.
It might make infants and the elderly very sleepy, but that's because...
Yeah, you might fall asleep from it. But all right, Magic Macabre Mirror. Magic Macabre Mirror.
Yeah.
Tell me, who be here? I see Lonnie, Gary, Lofty, Kirk, Ken, Connie, Keith, Chuck, Jeff, Daryl, Rance, Louie, Jason, Ellen, Tony.
Hello, Tony.
Francis, Larry Tressler,
Larry
Will,
Tressler.
Joey Vento from New York.
Hi, Joey.
Steven, Tim, Bill from Florida, Parma John, I think he's here too.
Love your cheese.
Dane and Ray. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Carl, Adam, Donnie, Bobby Harvey Jr.
And
Miss Loretta. And who else? Willie and Jim and Don O'Malley. Timothy Prisk.
Wow.
Richard McFarland. And I see Ray. Wow, we're the show that watches you back, gang, and we're so glad that you're all here with us.
That's right. So watch what you're doing out there.
Yeah.
Because we can see you. All right. Anyway, so wow. I'm excited about this show. Like I said, it's fun to break the mold sometimes to do a little bit different type of venue.
Yes, you don't want to talk about some of the shorts? Or do you want to start playing one of them?
Well, you know what I have lined up here. We're not going to dive into the shorts quite yet.
He has an idea of what...
I have a little bit of a, a dance card here of a list of things, an agenda, if you will.
Oh, okay.
And since this is our summer shorts, some aren't. See, I see what I did there.
The summer shorts
Yeah,
special.
no. Summer shorts, some aren't, because some aren't shorts. They're skits and other things.
Yeah.
It's a play on words, okay?
A little variety of
That's
things.
right. Some are shorts and some aren't. So, so one of the things that's not a short, it's a little bit that we did. It's not quite a skit because there's no actual joke, but it contains mini jokes, visual jokes. So it's more of a bit than a skit, I believe. Which falls in the some aren't category because it's not a short.
It's not a short.
Do you understand?
Well, it is a short.
It's a short of sorts.
So, yeah. A short of...
It's a short of sorts, of course,
Are they
but
short?
not the short of sorts that...
Are they shorts of sorts?
You can bring it to court if it's shorts of sorts, but the short of sorts is the sort of shorts.
What about Daisy Dukes?
Oh, I love those, but we're not showing those tonight.
What about booty shorts?
Not showing those either.
Okay, none of those.
Watch your language, the mini monster. Anyway, yeah, we're going to do a little bit that we put together last summer called Halloween Beach. The Mummy and the Monkey
Beach.
take a trip to Halloween Beach.
Well, that's something everyone can enjoy, right? Because we love Halloween, and it's summertime. We like the beach. We like hanging out outside.
And this was shot before social distancing and all that stuff. So
in the before time,
you can actually see people that haven't been around each other for a while, actually just together for a while. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So so we're going to check out our little dalliance to Halloween Beach last year. And then we'll come back and do a little talk and go into our first short of the night. So here we go. Without any further ado, here. Halloween Beach indeed. How fun was that? I remember like that was like it was last year when we shot that. Because it was.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that long ago. It went by
doesn't.
fast.
It was great.
It was a lot of fun to put together, and we want to thank our friend Johnny Mafrisi
And his cousin
and
Johnny.
his cousin Johnny
See,
for helping us with
That's
that
right.
bit. Yeah.
Mr. Ink was there.
And Mr. Ink
Yes.
from Forest to Screams
He played the mummy.
and 7 Floors of Hell.
That's right. And the music was provided by some other friends of ours, a band called Mumula.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, check out Mumula. They're great. They're really good. Good music. All their music's like kind of surf.
Like surf, rockabilly.
Yeah, rockabilly
horror,
type instrumental
punk,
and some lyric stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so good fun in the sun, and we'd happy to share it with you. Kind of bring a little bit of beach to you tonight. That's right.
Yeah.
But that's about as beachy as tonight's show gets. Let me tell you.
Life's a beach, right?
Yeah, and then you live more. All right. So anyway, so let's talk about really quick. We have the stills here. Let's promote a couple things. Our good friend Chris from Simply Wicked Decor. That's her Etsy store. He can make you all kinds of cool stuff. Matter of fact, well, I don't know if we can talk about it, but something might be interesting going on our 100th episode with Chris. A little tie-in with her.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
yeah, she's always making something cool and creative. So yeah, there's her Etsy shop if you want to get something that's monstrously morbid and fun too.
That's right. She can make some custom stuff for you, and we'll be back later and talk a little bit about some stuff that we have for sale after we kind of lure you in here to watch some of the things. So we're going to start with our first short of the night.
Ooh,
it's
what's
called
this one?
The Haunted Mouth.
The Haunted Mouth?
The Haunted Mouth. Now,
Ooh,
this
is that like when you don't brush your teeth?
It could. Yeah, I think you're very close
Is
to
that
that
your
one.
stinky breath, Grim?
A
haunted mouth?
Mine, maybe it's your upper lip. Oh.
Oh, burn.
JK, decay, JK. Anyway, so this was something I remember seeing, speaking of overhead projectors or whatever you wanted, the AV geek coming in with the cart, showing a film on oral hygiene, if you will. So get ready, everybody, for it's kind of neat because it's got a little bit of a scary sort of haunted house sort of feel to it.
Ooh, there we go.
It's apropos for this show, right?
Awesome.
So check out our first short of the night, The Haunted Mouth, and we'll be back right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys, Harry, Scary, Hangout.
Take a gander, salamander.
This film was made possible by a grant from the Colgate-Palmolive Company, worldwide leaders in dental research and oral care products.
I've been waiting for you. Yes, you with the teeth. But allow me to introduce myself. The name is Plaque. B. Plaque. That's B for bacterial. Actually, I already know you. Oh, yes, very well. Especially your mouth. I'd venture to say I know your mouth better than you do. I should. I live there. It's quite comfortable, really. Warm, cushiony, and it has everything I want. Your teeth and gums. Oh, didn't you know? I deal in tooth decay and gum disease. And I love my work. You can't see me, of course, because I'm invisible. An invisible film, to be exact. A most satisfactory arrangement for me. I find it a decided advantage for collecting these. But come, take a closer look. Closer. Don't be afraid. They don't bite. Not when I get through with them. These belong to a lovely young girl with a craving for sweets. The gooier, the stickier, the better. The better for me, Plaque, because my invisible film is infested with hundreds of millions of bacteria that thrive on all those sticky, gooey, sweet things you eat. I spread them along the gum line at every crevice, inside and out. When they get together with the sugary remains on your teeth, they produce devastation. A decay acid that can eat right through the enamel to the very heart of your tooth. See what I mean? Now, this young fellow had an unfortunate failing. He could never remember the right way to brush his teeth. My bacteria had a ravenous time in his mouth, especially between his teeth. Like here. Of course, dental floss was too much trouble. Oh, once in a while. But every day, not a chance. But this is my prize. Perfect. Not one single cavity. Yet I got it just the same. I spread gum disease. Here and here. All around that tooth. But since the owner didn't see her dentist regularly, she didn't realize it until her gums were so weak, they couldn't hold on. It was that easy. That's the trouble. You make it too easy. All you care about is your hair, your clothes. You don't really care about your smile, about using an accepted fluoride toothpaste. You make destroying your teeth so easy, there's no excitement in it. No challenge. Look, I'll make you a sporting proposition. I'll show you how to beat me at my own game. And you won't do it. That's right. I'll show you exactly how to protect your teeth and gums from me. And I'll still win. I know you. Oh, maybe you don't think I'm in your mouth at all. Then take this disclosing tablet and see for yourself. Now, look in the mirror. See where it's turning red on your teeth? That's me, B. Plaque, in your mouth. Think you can fight that? I dare you. Look. These are your basic ammunition. Kid stuff, right? Don't be fooled. Without them every day, you haven't got a chance. Take the toothbrush, but not just any toothbrush. One with a flat brushing surface and soft bristles rounded at the end. And you'll need a fluoride toothpaste, but not just any one. A fluoride toothpaste accepted by the American Dental Association. Remember that. if you want to be sure your toothpaste not only cleans your teeth, but also makes the enamel stronger, more resistant to decay acid. Personally, I'm against it. Now, let's see you brush to remove plaque. Oh, marvelous. You'll never get rid of me that way. You have to angle the bristles against the gum line. There, where the teeth and gums come together. That's right. Now brush back and forth with short, vibrating strokes, as if you're polishing each tooth. Gently, though. Now, that's better. Clean like that outside. Now, inside. I don't know why I bother. You'll never remember anyway. Now, scrub up and down with the tip of your brush inside your front teeth. Up and down, up and down. Little short vibrating strokes like before. Yes, and don't forget those chewing surfaces. Well, not just there. Get all the way back. Well, not that well. Want your teeth to last forever? Okay, now finish the job. If you prefer not to spend a couple of extra minutes a day using dental floss, I shall be eternally grateful, since that's how you could get rid of what the brush missed between your teeth. Now, slide the floss between two teeth. Then up gently. Gently, I said. Just under the gum line. Then scrape the tooth away from the gum. Be sure you scrape away from the gum so you don't injure it. That's simple enough, isn't it? Keep going, scraping carefully until you've done both sides of every single tooth, top and bottom. You'll be denying me some of my best hiding places, places where I do my work undetected. If you'd brush and floss like that every day, I couldn't touch you. Because it takes me 24 hours to start trouble. But let an entire day go by without a thorough brushing and flossing, and no one can stop me. No one but a dentist. Those regular checkups ruin my plans every time. It's a dentist who can remove the plaque you miss when it's turned into hard, destructive calculus. It's a dentist who can apply special strength fluoride directly to your teeth. Now, dentists... Oh, one of these days... It's time. Time to put you to the test. To find out how much you've learned from our little meeting. Learned about me, about yourself. Tell me, how's your sweet tooth? Indulge yourself. Have some chocolate and caramel and all the sticky, gooey, sugary food you want. Why not? It's only your teeth. Lollipop, cake, donut, jelly, jam, cookie, marshmallow. Oh, don't run away. Don't be a fool. Running away won't help. It won't help. Won't help. I told you. You can't run away from me. There's only one thing you can do. Fight me. Fight me every day. I've shown you how. Now let's see you do it. Let's see you beat me. It's so easy. So easy. But I know you. You won't do it, will you? Will you? You won't do it, will you? Will you? Will you? Will you?
The Mummy and the Monkeys. Happy Gummy.
Yikes.
Wow.
That was scary.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen that in decades. that brings back a lot of memories. You can see I didn't listen too good. I got a little, lot going on there. It was like my bottom teeth look like a railroad track. Look at that.
Yeah, we'll probably have to clean your teeth really good after this.
Nah, don't bother.
Especially after all that popcorn you're chewing on.
Well, that's okay. It's supposed to. That's like dental floss, right? When those things get caught between the kernels get caught between your teeth. It's kind of like dental floss, right?
No.
Oh, okay, well, who knows?
They just get stuck in your teeth and hurt.
Anyway, boys and ghouls, hope you're enjoying tonight's show, episode 87 of The Mummy and the Monkeys.
Harry Scary Hangout. And this is a summer shorts.
Summer shorts, some aren't.
A summer shorts, some aren't special. Aren't. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
There you go. So, yeah, so that was The Haunted Mouth. And you know who did the voice, the voiceover for the Plaque character that you didn't see? Cesar Romero, who played the Joker on the Batman television show. Yeah.
A lot of people were commenting on that.
Amazing actor, yeah. So, yeah, I didn't even know that till someone brought that up. I don't even really watch
John commented he wasn't sure if he wanted to run away or stay for the candy because they were showing all the floating sweets.
Yeah. Show of hands out there. How many people actually floss their teeth? Use your magic macabre mirror to see.
No, we're just kidding. You don't have to.
Yeah, well.
You don't have to tell us that.
I do floss, but very infrequently. I got to get better at that. Watching stuff like that makes you want to do it. And if there's any monster kids out there watching right now, you better do what that video says.
Well, that's one that does have some good advice.
That's right. Brush and floss daily because it's good for you. Okay?
Some of the other educational shorts we have shown don't have good advice.
No. This is one of the few that actually you could still is relevant and actually can do you some good. Okay, so you saw Halloween Beach. You saw The Haunted Mouth. Now what are we going to talk about? Oh, we can talk about some of the stuff we have for sale. Oh, no, not there. Okay. Some of the we have some stuff. Okay, we like to eat and live and have a roof over our head and things like that, right? I mean, who doesn't?
Those are nice. It pretty much. We have merch that we sell on Teespring.
So we'll go to that right now.
And it does go to support our channel and our page.
And our kids. No, I'm just kidding.
And the kitties.
Yeah, and the kitties.
The crypt kitties. Babies. So thank you.
So on our Teespring store, on the Mummy and the Monkey, you can see the address down below on this still. We have some, our mayor was very creative and a couple of weeks ago and mentioned that Cleveland is sometimes perceived, and everyone close the kids' ears up right now, as the butthole of the world. So
yes.
I took the liberty of designing a couple of shirts, kind of making fun of that little thing that our mayor of Cleveland, Ohio said. So if you want to pick some of those up, they're there. We've sold a few so far, and we have the Stasha shirt available now. Now that promo code's no good anymore, right?
Yeah, the promo code did expire, but we will have another promo code, I think, closer to 4th of July.
Yeah, but there's the Stasha shirt available, and here's the other bevy of things, and there are other designs on there on our Teespring page. You just have to go on there and check them out. There's
T-shirts, hoodies, and there's tank tops.
Different colors, different styles.
We also have beach towels, pillows,
coffee mugs.
I think fabric posters, like the big wall hanging posters.
There may be some stickers of certain designs. You just got to go check it out, peruse, if you will, our Teespring site, and the merchandise will be sent in as fast as they can time because it is a print on demand.
Yeah, it is print on demand. So sometimes it takes just a week. Sometimes it might take a couple weeks.
Depending.
But they do send it out, and they do have a customer service phone number. Right. So worst case scenario, if something happens, you could call them and they'll help you.
Right. You don't have to worry too much about your purchase. They're very, very good there. Good customer service. So if you want to pick up some stuff and it goes, the funds directly help fund our show.
Yeah.
And we would greatly appreciate it.
So thank you.
And
we've had fans order things throughout the week, and thank you so much, guys. It's awesome.
We saw someone with the Stasha shirt on just the other day.
Yeah.
It was great. So anyway, that's the plug for the show. So for the night, I think. And what we got coming up next is, excuse me.
What do you have in mind to play next, Grim?
This is a newer short. This is submitted by a fan of the show.
Oh, that's right.
He did show one of his shorts before. Please introduce it.
So Dennis Bell, he is the singer for the band Lords of the Highway. They're like a rockabilly band. And he puts together like interesting comedy shorts. His one short that we played, I think it was a few months back, it was called Yeti Love, probably for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Yeah, so we did play his short Yeti Love, and he has another short film.
It's quirky. I think it pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll into it. It's called Tilt the Earth.
Tilt the Earth.
Yes.
And it's just a couple minutes, and then we'll be back.
Yeah, so check out Tilt the Earth by Dennis Bell.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis.
Here we go.
Hello, I'm Dennis A. Bell. Most of you know me from the band Lords of the Highway, or from the feel-good hit movie of the summer, Yeti Love or Billy Billy Billy. Today, I'm here to talk about something that's very important to you and possibly me as well. I'm talking about the weather that we have in the Rust Belt. The winters can be atrocious and downright nasty. What if I were to tell you there was a way to correct this once and for all? Now, what I'm going to say may sound absurd or far-fetched, but I assure you, this has been scientifically proven to work. What I'm talking about is tilt the earth. All it's going to take are 3 atomic bombs strategically placed in the Earth's core and only 1 rocket ship attached to the North Pole pulling at the same time. Yes, I know that sounds absurd, but it absolutely can work. At this point, I'd like to bring in our specialist of cryptobenefitalia, Dr. Henry Wong. Henry Wong, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Dr. Wong, have I said anything that is outlandish or not plausible?
No.
Thank you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Science has spoken. This can be done. This is a large task, but not monumental. It can be done. And this is where you can come in and help. We are asking for your help financially. Please give what you can. And for those that don't have that much, please just give a little and give a little bit more. It'd be greatly appreciated. With your help, we can make this happen and live in a much better environment in the Rust Belt. Thank you again, and always remember, tilt the earth.
Ooh, wow. Tilt the Earth, will you? Okay,
That was
wow.
interesting.
Interesting, yeah, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Bell, for letting us borrow that.
Yeah, thank
and,
you.
And showing it on our show tonight. And interesting thing, obviously it was a parody, a comedy.
Yes.
If you didn't catch that, it was not an
Yeah,
actual...
because how could they tilt the earth if it's flat?
Something to think about there, right? Things that make you go, what?
Huh? Yeah, so Dennis Bell made that, and he has the band Lords of the Highway. I believe he's a singer.
Lords of the Highway.
And a cool rockabilly band, and they're from Ohio.
Yeah, we saw them perform once, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
When things are better, we would love to see them again play.
Yeah, so we'd like to see anybody play.
Yeah, to see any band play would be awesome.
All right, so our second short for the night, I think we're moving on to short 2, is called, this is something very, How to Say No. That's right. It's
How to Say No.
This is from the 1950s. This is 1950s etiquette
Oh.
for all kinds of stuff. This could be kind of educational for the young ones. It's more sort of like say early teen type of thing, you know, because it has to do with, you know, peer pressure, smoking, dating, things like that. So if you have young ones and you don't want them to see this, it's from the 50s, so it's pretty tame, but it's kind of, you know, that corny type thing.
It's
Leave
very
It to Beaver,
corny
yeah.
50s.
Yes.
And then after this, do you think we should play the new Stasha skit?
Oh,
Or when did you have that in mind?
Oh, I don't know. And actually, we have an announcement we're going to make later on in the show, so you want to stick around for that. Something, you know, that we should let people know.
Yeah, some updates.
Updates, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I do have. I could kind of switch stuff around. I mean, if you want me to get to Stasha, I could do it after this. Let's do it after this.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Sounds good, because that's kind of at the halfway point. And we are giving away a special secret Stasha prize.
That's right.
A prop from the newest Stasha skit, and we'll reveal what the prize is later. But if you are interested in wanting to be eligible to win,
yes.
Send us an email, themummy@gmail.com, and I will put your name in my mummy bucket.
And what do they put in the subject?
Oh, and in the subject line, have it say Stasha.
Stasha.
Yeah.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll roll into how to say no, and then after that we'll go right into the newest Stasha skit.
Yay!
Yeah, we're not going to come back and then intro the skit. We're going to go right from the short to the skit.
The Babushka Beauty from Parma, Ohio.
Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? All right.
We went to go see them in Parma today and shot this skit.
That's right. They were
just this afternoon.
And her Bubsha is in it as well. Her grandmother. So
yeah, the return of Bubsha.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun skit. So a brand new one here. So get ready to take some notes on how to behave yourselves out there, all you youngsters, and they're going to roll into the Stasha skit. And we'll see you after that right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout.
Woohoo! Ha ha!
How to say no. That's the subject under discussion. And there are plenty of times in life when you have to say no. Fortunately, sometimes it's easy. Saying no most of the time is as simple as this.
No.
Thanks for asking me, but...
Yes, sometimes just plain no is best. But sometimes such a direct no would offend people, cause you to lose your friends, make you seem to disapprove of them.
And if you just take a subscription for only 1 year, I can get that bicycle. Well, new suit, new hat, new gloves. Do you like them?
Well, we're through with that guy. Yeah. Too chicken to pick up some dames with us. You're coming, aren't you, Johnny?
Well, how can you say no and still keep your friends? Now, that's quite a problem sometimes. Well, let's sit in on a discussion of that problem. Come in. Here are some of my friends. I think you'll find they have helpful opinions. I'd like to present Marty and Lucy, Nora, and Howie.
Hi, gang.
Oh, and I'm Bill. Well, we're going to discuss saying no and still keeping your friends. But you'll see better what we mean if we get right to our example. Marty, I believe you had an incident you wanted us to discuss.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, the fellows and I often stop somewhere for a snack after a game or after practice. It's usually just an ordinary place where you can get a good sandwich. But sometimes the fellows pick a tavern. And then...
Well, service here. Well, how about it? Let's have a drink.
A drink? Sure, swell idea.
Well, I dare you. What do you mean, dare? A drink never hurt anybody, eh, Marty?
Well, up you, boy.
I'll have a beer.
Me too.
Beer? Huh. Scotch and soda for us, eh, Marty?
Well, that's the situation. What can I say? 'Cause, well, I want to get along well with those fellows on the team. I don't want them to think I'm a drip.
Well, couldn't you just tell them you're in training?
Well, those fellows are supposed to be in training, too.
Well, that makes it harder.
No wonder we lost so many games.
I
I'll bet they really feel a little guilty themselves if they're in training.
Why couldn't you just order something else?
Maybe. How? What would I say?
Well, just whatever you would say anyway, if you were ordering. Don't you think that he should be direct?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. Without making any fuss about it. Just order what you want.
Well, let's see. How would that go? Scotch and soda for us, eh, Marty? I'll take a double hamburger with French fries. No drink? No, I'm hungry. Yeah, I think that might work. You know, I'll try it next time.
I don't think it'll work at all. Not if the boys are at all insistent. Maybe they'll let it go at that, but there are a lot of kids who won't give in so easily. Let me tell you, happens all the time at pajama parties, for example. We get all settled down and the hostess has them safely out of the way, and then...
Boy, I'm dying for a smoke. How about you girls? Mary? Well, thanks. Nora?
No, thanks. I got some gum somewhere.
Light? Sure you won't, Nora?
No, thanks, really. I'd rather have the gum.
Oh, come on, Nora. Be a good sport.
Yes, try it.
Just this once. Here, take a puff on mine.
See what I mean? No just doesn't mean no to some people.
Well, I don't think she's very much of a hostess. If she forces things on you like that...
Well, there's some consolation in that. But seriously, I can't give up a friend just because of one little fault like that. How could I say no and really make it stick?
Why don't you try some parlor tricks? You can always distract attention with a good card trick. Here,
Oh,
take card,
oh,
take card, take card. Come on.
You're the one that's distracting now.
No, wait. Distraction is an answer. Oh, I don't mean card tricks, but you can say no and change the subject. Bring up the latest gossip.
Sure, maybe.
Could be.
You see?
Oh, Howie. Well, let's see how that might work.
Here, take a puff on mine.
No, thanks, Rose.
Oh, go ahead.
Say, have you heard about Ted and Margaret breaking up?
No! Well, who's she out after now? Yes, what's the story?
Well, I guess that that may be a pretty rosy version of what would happen. It might work, though.
See, distraction. Change the subject.
It takes more than changing the subject to... Well, what about the problem of boys? Their hands, you know.
Lucy, you promised not to tell.
Oh, I didn't mention any names. But seriously.
No, don't spend time alone with him. Simply don't get into a situation like that.
Oh, it isn't quite as simple as that, is it? He has to take you home sometime.
So you ask him in. Your folks are up, and you have something to eat in the kitchen, and then you say goodnight.
That's a help, all right. But really, you can't help getting into situations where petting's likely to start. When you date in the car, at the movies, even in your own home, watching television.
You know, I never thought of that before.
Well, why don't we take some cases, starting with yours, Lucy, and show just how you can say no.
All right. We'll say that this time I didn't plan ahead. And here we are, on the front steps. Tell me, what are you going out for in the track meet next Saturday?
Oh, the relays, I guess.
Oh, how wonderful.
Or take the case of the girl who finds herself in this situation.
Say, is anybody else hungry? How about it, you two? Couldn't we go someplace for something to eat?
Just a minute. I'm not sure those are very good examples. Well, that poor guy in the front seat of the car sure was mad. And the other
But,
guy...
Bill, it's not easy, you know. Why, you have to have a whole bag full of tricks to handle situations because each one is different.
That's right. And fellas react differently. Seriously.
You? Serious?
You girls seem to think it's always the boy who starts things.
Oh, naturally.
Oh, no, Lucy. Sometimes we're partly to blame, We invite a little attention. Goes on, and then it's hard to stop.
There are times when it's up to the boy to say no. Some fellows seem to think that petting's, well, the thing to do.
And some girls think that they have to permit it for date insurance. Well, each of us has to set his own standards, I guess.
Yes, but those standards vary with a lot of things. If you really like a boy, you want to be close. You want to hold hands, maybe a goodnight kiss, and so on. It's the and so ons that are troublesome.
But, well, I think the important thing is to know yourself and your standards. Know when and how you're going to say no, but in advance.
Even then, it takes all the ingenuity you have.
Well, I think we've cleared the air a bit. And we've outlined some skills in saying no and still keeping your friends. I think we ought to list them again and review.
Yeah, we better.
Lucy?
Try to avoid difficult situations.
Howie? Distraction. Change the subject. Nora?
Know exactly when you want to say no and be definite.
Marty?
And then say no. Friendly as possible, but still no.
But don't be too preachy. Well, I think there are some good ideas here. What do you think? How about talking this problem over? It's worth some effort to learn how to say no and still keep your friends.
Oh, Judge Judy. Oh, ooh, Judge Judy, don't do that. What the? Holy pierogies! 8:15. I gotta be work. I gotta get to work. It's my first day back, and I'm gonna be late. Oh my gosh, you can't believe it. Good thing I wore my clothes to bed last night. I'm gonna be late. I knew I was gonna do this. Oh my gosh, first day back at work. I gotta get out of here. Oh, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. Oh my, I forgot my work bag. Oh, gee. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. Oh crap! I forgot my keys. Oh my gosh! How can I drive without my keys? Oh my gosh! Where are my keys? Oh, there they are. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna be late, but I'm gonna make. Oh crap! I forgot my lunch. Hey, what? Oh, Stasha. Oh, you got my lunch. Oh, thank you, Stasha. Have a good day. Thank you, Bub Chef. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye bye. Get out of here. I'm gonna be late. Oh, I'm gonna be late. I can't believe this. Stupid. I'm gonna be late. Oh, I'm gonna be late. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late.
Jedną mam w głowie, a drugą w serduszku. Ale cóż, kiedy nie w środku, tylko na kulisku. Jedni piją tylko piwo, a drudzy zaś wódkę. Jedni lubią młode panny, a ja lubię wdówkę.
Can't believe I'm late. I'm so glad that they're letting him work from home, aren't you, Stasha?
Well, it looks like Yashu's the kind of guy that would be late for his own funeral. Join us next time for more misadventures of Stasha from the old country.
Oh, there you go. How you doing? Oh, welcome back, everyone. Every one of you is the one that's left out there to the Mummy and the Monkeys
Scary
Hangout. That's right, and you're watching our summer shorts. Some aren't. special or whatever.
Our
show.
short show.
Yeah.
And you just watched the latest Stasha skit, and wow, I bet Yashu saves a lot of money on gas.
Yeah, but what's it going to matter if he's going to get fired, right? From it? I don't know.
Well, he's got to get up earlier next time.
Anyway, there you go. Boy, how could you be late for that kind of work? Yeah, that's a kind of homage to everybody. A lot of people working from home,
Yes.
during this pandemic that we've been going through the last, feels like last year, but the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
But, so that just kind of evolved from this whole thing. I don't know. I thought it was fun.
It seems appropriate with the times. There's still a lot of people working from home.
So let's show everybody what they can win tonight based on that skit. Now that the cat's out of the bag, per se.
So the one lucky winner tonight will win this office sign.
That's right.
That was used in the prop, and Stasha and Yashi will sign it for you.
That's right. We can sign it.
We'll sign it for the lucky winner. And, I have a bunch of emailed contestants already. You can send us an email to the address there on the screen, themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com, if you wish to participate and have a chance at winning.
And in the subject line, just put Stasha.
Just put Stasha, yeah, and there's a bunch of names in here already.
That's
So
right. Your mummy bucket's getting full, right?
It is.
Wow.
It's going to be a big full mummy bucket there.
But yeah, if you want to send us any kind of other email, send it to the same address here, And speaking of mail, let's go through some actual physical viewer mail that we received. A package from a good friend of ours, Joseph Francic.
Yes, our friend Joseph Francic from Southern Ohio sent
Southern
us
Ohio.
this box. I did peel the tape off so it would be easier to open on
Blasphemy.
here on the internet.
All right.
So, what's in the box?
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
What's in the box?
He hinted that it would be that it could be used as a prop for Stasha.
Okay.
So that was the only hint I received. Oh, what's this?
Oh.
Oh. Ooh.
That's apropos. We just
there
did a
you
Stasha.
go.
Look at that. Flamingo lights, baby.
Flamingo lights.
That's right, string lights. This could be in Stasha's big bedroom or something, right?
Maybe when they have a barbecue, they can have it outside, or it could be to decorate a room.
Those are sharp. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Those
There's
are really
more
cool.
in here. But
More.
wait, there's more.
More is good. What do we got?
Oh, floating flamingo coaster set.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's funny. I almost picked up a set of these for you. There are like 4 in there, I believe, right? Yeah, there
That's
are 4.
cool.
Those are cool. Happy I didn't buy them.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
And what else?
Stasha's doing her pool party. She can have this.
Ooh, what's this?
I smell a Stasha pool party skit.
Relax.
I see
I
see a
think
theme
Stasha's
here.
gonna need to have a pool party.
Parma in the house. Parma pool party.
Parma pool party.
Love
That's
it.
pretty great.
Is that it? Nothing for me in there?
Now, so newspaper,
Just kidding.
in case if you don't make it to the toilet.
Well, I could, it's better than
There's
using
some paper.
They're better than using some of your rags laying around there.
Yeah, that would be better.
All right, so thank you, Joe Francic, for the cool
Thank
gifts.
you, Joe. That's awesome.
They will make their way into a Stasha skit. We actually have an idea for a Stasha pool party skit, so
Woohoo!
we'll use that for that. Thank you, brother.
Very awesome.
So let us know if you like the skit tonight. We worked really hard. It took us about maybe 2 hours to put the whole thing together. So.
Yeah, we did a last minute trip to Parma. And, just trying to schedule everything with Stasha and her family.
And most of all, I'd like to thank my brother Joe for coming up with the idea in the first place. So that was actually kind of a suggestion, that skit.
Thank you, Joe. So 2 Joes were thinking right
That's
now.
right, my brother Joe. That's right. Grim Glory has a brother, believe it or not.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks,
anyway,
Joe.
so if you have any ideas for stuff, just let us know. I mean, and if it's cool for us to use it, then we'll do it.
Tub of wine flamingo, says Helen.
Any feedback from the skit? People like it? They don't like it? I don't know.
People were laughing.
That's good.
There's a lot of comments going on. Ellen says have Earl sign the prize too.
We could do that.
Maybe we
probably
can
give
have
a little
him
food coloring on his paw or something.
a little paw print.
A little mud that's natural, Mud.
Oh, excuse me.
A little dirt mixed with water,
Can Grandma sign it too? Says Keith.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we get to have
we'll
her
have
sign it too.
Bubshick sign it, and everybody that was in the skit.
Mm-hmm.
Including Earl, who wasn't in the skit, but we'll have him sign it.
Earl would love to,
Wow.
I'm sure.
So what are we at? We're at 11. Okay, so we got about an hour to kill here. We got lots of stuff to get to still.
Mm-hmm.
We showed the viewer mail.
We have a new TV show, Time Travel,
That's at
for
the end of the
later,
show,
and
yeah.
then we have a couple more shorts.
Yes, we do.
I think a couple more, right?
We do. We have 2 more for sure, which is about...
Awesome.
But I have another one in the wings if we want to use it. That's a little risque, but I don't know.
Is it that one you were showing me before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a scary one.
That could be like at the end of the night, maybe. We'll see.
I don't know.
But also, speaking of the end of the night, we're going to do it. We do a show after this on our YouTube channel called
The Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangover.
That's right, where we have certain topics we discuss. We try to stay on topic, but you never know where it's going to go. So
yeah, the topic can change, and it is a live Q&A, a live talk show on our YouTube channel.
No movie or skits.
So yeah, after we wrap up here showing videos, we jump on over to the YouTube channel, and we have a couple topics in mind. One of the topics is horror films that take place during the summertime, like summer camp. And horror movie cliches, like annoying things that people do in scary movies.
That's good. They call those tropes. I believe that's
tropes.
The buzzword. But I like cliches better because more people know what
horror movie pet peeves,
I've got a
things
ton
like
of those.
that.
Okay, we could be all night with that. It might be a 5-hour show tonight. All right, so up next we have, what do I have on the agenda here? Let me see what I queued up. Okay, that's all good.
Is John Saxon in any of these?
sorry.
No, Lois. John Saxon's taking a summer vacay. So he will be back, though, when we host a movie next time.
Although, interestingly enough, this morning we were watching random television, and an episode of Murder, She Wrote was on, and John Saxon was in that episode.
That's true. He was in the episode.
I took some screen caps. I didn't get to post them today, but yeah, it was kind of weird.
So you never know when John Saxon will show up in movies or TV.
Or in on regular television when you're watching them. But he showed up on a Friday episode of,
awesome.
Of a rerun of Murder, She Wrote. So there you go.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Next up I got is something called, we got tons of stuff. The hairdressing one. This is kind of weird.
Ooh, this one's fun. So this one we're going to dedicate to our show artist, Tony Beller, because he's a man of many hats. He likes to do his arts and crafts, and he makes his giant, fun hats that he would wear at Ghoulardi Fest.
That's right. It might give him some
and
inspiration.
At the Streetsboro Flea Market, you could catch him there.
From what I saw of this show, it's like the evolution of hair and hats, or hairstyles, right?
Yeah.
It's stuff people do with their... That's weird.
It's like weird, through the ages.
Yeah, so I don't know.
With silly commentary.
I got to skim through this one. I'm going to watch it with y'all. So let's get into, I think it's called...
Naoko! Naoko's here!
Hello, Naoko!
Hi, Naoko. You can watch with us.
It's called Hairdress. That's what it's called. I don't know. So, all right, without any further ado, and trust me, I'm full of that, let's get to our third short of the night called Hairdress right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout.
Hairdress Scary Hangout. Tonight's summer short, summer special.
Enjoy, guys.
Well, here we are back in a cave on the banks of the Dordogne River in France, thousands of years ago. And there's plenty of hair, as you can see, on the gentleman, but no hat and no hairdo to speak of. That hair is really interfering with his business. Nearby, the cave woman, his wife, is grilling a fish over an open fire. Now, the caveman is very plainly bothered by that hair that is growing so plentifully on his head in all directions. Suddenly he looks over toward the fireplace and he sees the surviving backbone of a fish that has been eaten. And it gives him an idea. Now, I don't say that we have proof that this happened, but it could have happened, and some such original discovery must have been made. Now, see what he does with the backbone of that fish. Puts up his hair as best he can and uses the backbone, or part of it, as a side comb to hold it in place. Let's imagine, at least, that that was the first hairdo. Now we slip forward a few thousand years to the time of the Babylonians in the Near East. See what kind of hairdos they had. Well, they not only curled their hair, but they curled their beards, too. It was a religious rite with them. Now we go over to the land of the Egyptians, about 2,500 years B.C., and notice a change. They shaved their heads completely, and they shaved their beards, too. But they wore an artificial beard made out of wood or horn or some such material. And the women, too, shaved their heads and wore wigs. Now, of course, we're talking about the aristocracy, the noble people and the rulers of those days, not the poor people. And here's an Egyptian woman with the kind of imitation hair or wig that was worn by the high-born ladies of those days. Another thing about the Egyptian women of those days was that the higher the headdress they wore, the more noble their blood was supposed to be. So you can see there was quite some competition among the ladies in a vertical way. Really getting high in some of these. Another peculiar thing was that when the princesses or queens acted in an official way, they too wore an imitation beard on their chins. Now we're coming forward to the Grecian days. And of course we know all about these from drawings and paintings of the old days and written descriptions. And many of these pieces, by the way, are actual survivals of those periods and have been preserved in antique shops and in museums. This is the Greek style of hairdo. Of course, at all ages, a scarf was often used as a covering for the hair, with or without a hat on top of that. Now we're coming forward to the Roman days. There is a Roman painting, and a peculiar place for it. It's on the bald sconce of a Roman. And here we have one of the Roman ladies of the court of Augustus Caesar. And this is the kind of wig that she wore. A very dark wig. Now she sees her handmaiden there with a very blonde head of hair and plentiful, and she decides to change her mind and get a blonde wig. Whereupon the poor handmaiden has her hair cut off and made into a wig for the patrician Roman lady. Here we see her now with a blonde wig. Well, we'll step forward about 1,000 years into the beginning of the medieval period. And this is the way the high-born young lady wore her hair then, in long ringlets, when knighthood was in flower. Of course, when she got married, she wasn't allowed any such frivolous decoration. Had to put her hair up in braids that were covered like this. Of course, the braids may not be quite as long as the covering would indicate. Just a little added decoration. Just another example of the scarf wrapped around. This young lady does not have a toothache or an earache. She is just increasing the wrapping around her hair on her head, and it gradually got to an exaggerated fashion. More and more of the face and hair were concealed until we got to this type, which became popular in Brittany, in France, hundreds of years ago. And then we had also in medieval days a sort of dunce cap idea. And once an idea was formed, why, they carried it out to the extreme. So here we have the double dunce cap, and even further the triple and quadruple dunce cap idea. And of course, further decorations were added. This is a millinery display of the medieval period. Now we come to what I call the antler type of hat. Looks something like the spread of antlers of a water buffalo or some African gazelle. might be the ox type of decoration. This was popular, by the way, in England, about the time of Ivanhoe and Richard the Lionhearted. Only for high-born ladies, of course. And then, of course, the men weren't going to be completely left out of the picture. Here's a gentleman with a tall vertical hat. And just in case of a change in the weather, notice that he has a different type of hat slung over his back. Well, we're coming down through the ages a little bit, but not making much progress in the millinery department. This chap has a whole counter's worth of cloth on his head. Now, this is on the neat side, but that hairnet is studded with precious jewels. In this case, it's the first cost and not the upkeep. Here we have what is often called a Holbein type of hat, because that famous painter gave us many canvases with models wearing that kind of picture hat. But Franz Hals and other famous painters also gave us their studio portraits with the same type of millinery decoration. Here's quite a different type. The hat is small, but the beard more than makes up for it. Now, this is really neat. I say I'm no judge of ladies' hats, but this is the type I like anyhow. It'll be good in a high wind. Notice that the ruff is now coming in around the neck there. That would be around 1550, 1600 and through there. Just imagine all the handwork that went into the ironing of a ruff of that type. Many of the pictures by Van Dyck feature these ruffs. Here we're going into the vertical decoration again. You notice how it switches from the horizontal to the vertical and back again. High, low. Oh, and also we are coming into the corseted era, and in some of those old days they actually wore iron corsets. Of course, the whaling captors soon relieved the iron of its duty by bringing in the whalebone. This is just a simple country costume, I'm glad to say. They've relaxed on that iron stuff. And here we have a laced bodice and a straw hat. Now we're coming into the 17th and 18th centuries. This is a model of a painting by Van Dyck. And so I haven't time to go on down to modern days, but as far as we've gone, I leave it up to you to know whether or not we've made much progress in hairdos and costumes and hats.
Trawka zielona. Nie powiem ci, moja szeńku, ani sobie, mój Stasieńku, czemu jestem pracowana i zasmucona. Nie powiem ci, moja szeńku, ani sobie, mój Stasieńku, czemu jestem pracowana i zasmucona.
Right aside, quicker. Don't want to be a Danny K. Take it in.
Whoa!
Welcome.
Aren't you glad I'm not wearing a big hat like that crazy video?
No, I wanted to intro this segment like the narrator. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout. That guy is my favorite. The narrator.
I think the narrator was drunk in that video.
He may have had a few more than I've ever had in my life. I love him. I gotta see if there's any more things by this guy. He is the best part of that short. But seriously, welcome back to the Harry Scary Hangout.
Yeah.
And you're watching our Summer Shorts, Some Aren't show tonight.
Our shorts special.
Yeah.
And we had our Mini Monsters shout out earlier. We had the Magic Macabre Mirror. We played the Stasha skit.
But we have a birthday shout out.
We have a birthday shout out to my main ghoul friend, Donna. It's Donna's birthday.
Happy birthday, Donna.
So happy birthday,
That's
Donna.
Right. I raise my banana to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Donna. Happy birthday to you.
All right. So, now, hopefully, now when are we going to do the drawing? We're going to do that kind of towards the end of the show, right?
Yeah, the drawing will be at the end of the show.
So let's do that real quick. Let's get
and the
out
drawing
there.
is for the official office sign, which was a prop used in the Stasha skit today.
That we showed a couple of, a half hour ago.
And the email is themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com.
That's right.
And I'll gather up all the names, and there's a big chunk of names in there already from all over.
And what do they write in the subject?
And write in the subject, Stasha!
Yeah, that's simple.
And I'll pick one lucky winner from my big shiny plastic mummy bucket.
All right, yeah. We're going to give that away tonight. And wow, I'm having fun. These shorts do not fail to deliver some pretty funny stuff. The Say No thing was pretty good. Kind of strange at the end there with.
Yeah, that was odd.
But don't be too preachy. Whatever that meant.
I don't know.
And then the hair thing. I thought. The more the best part of that thing was the narrator.
The narrator.
Holy mackerel!
And we watched the plaque one. Yeah.
That's right. Now the next one we got coming up here is called Easy Does It.
Easy Does It.
Now this is the next couple coming up here are like life in the 50s, right? When I don't know even how to say it, but I guess you'll figure it out when you watch it. The sort of the perception of the male role and the female roles are a lot different then than they are now.
The 1950s were very, 1950s. It's outdated and doesn't really belong in the world today. But they're goofy and fun to watch, and it's interesting to see just what was going on in that little piece of history.
Right.
And we've come a long way since then.
Like in the 50s, it was pretty much a woman's world was the kitchen, right? That was like her world. Now in the 50s.
In the 50s, yeah.
I'm saying you have to listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
So we can have some context to what we're talking about here.
All right.
So when you see these next couple of things, you're going to see that and you're going to roll. You won't believe. Yes, this is the perception back then. But this is what they thought the roles were. The man went out, grabbed his briefcase, and went out to work.
Our views don't reflect the views of this video.
No way. And,
we'll just say that.
But as you'll see, it's just sort of a common theme in these things. It's like reinforcing sort of, I guess, what
the stereotyping and the
people thought
people's
roles were in society at those times, and they've changed totally since then. I hope anyway.
Some of the best chefs in the world are men. Isn't that Chef Ramsay?
And some of the worst ones are women.
And some of the worst ones are me. I'm one of the worst chefs. So.
That's right. But weren't you freezing boiling water for?
Yeah, Stasha from the old country told me she learned it from her babcha that you can freeze boiling water.
Boiled water.
Or boiled. You can save boiled water.
By freezing it.
By freezing it, and that way you can use it later.
You boil it, then you freeze it, and you can have it for later.
Yeah, that way you have it, for your pasta later.
Thermodynamics be damned. Who needs to know anything about that or physics? Yeah, who cares about that? Anyway, So these next couple short subjects are definitely going to have that come into play, and you'll see. But
you'll see, yeah.
It's interesting to see how far we've come, and then sometimes how far we've not come. But anyway. We won't get into that.
Anyways. Enjoy, guys.
Well, let's see. We're going to get into this next one.
Oh, are you trying to find it?
I'm stalling because we have only a couple things to show, and we have a little over a half hour left. So.
Well, that's okay.
The next one's called Easy Does It. And it sounds worse than what it's about. It's about this is another weird one.
Why don't we let them watch and then we can talk about
and we'll watch it with you.
We'll talk about it after too.
So get ready for Easy Does It right here on
the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout.
Easy Does It.
Here's to the ladies, the fair and the weak. Fair they are, we'll all admit, but who dares call them weak? Our modern girls play as hard and with as much vitality and stamina as any man. How do they do it? Where do they find all that energy, that seemingly inexhaustible store of pep and ginger? What is that whipcord resilience that lets the weaker sex play half the night, then bob up clear-eyed, ready for the next morning's work? This frail creature strikes her typewriter keys about 40,000 times a day, spaces 7,000 times, shifts to capitals and returns the carriage more than 1,000 times each. Altogether, a few ounces at a time, she exerts more than 5 tons of pressure on her dainty fingertips in one day's work. And any way you look at it, women's work is not for sissies. Most men would have a hard time of it if they were to change jobs with wife, mother, or girlfriend. The homemaker walks miles every day, from sink to icebox, from cupboard to stove, and from kitchen to dining table. Let's use some very special photography to compress the whole job of preparing a meal into a few seconds of time, to see how many steps it really takes to get dinner on the table. Remember, this is a hurry-up picture of just one meal out of more than 1,000. Is that what you'd call a blitz meal? Even an efficiency expert would be staggered by the amount of chasing around and indoor road work that the little woman takes as a matter of course. There's the stair-climbing event, for example, usually accomplished full tilt and with an armload of brooms, mops, blankets, and sundry household paraphernalia. Here's another hurry-up picture of the clinging vine whizzing through a day's program that would leave the average mountaineer gasping for breath. Each trip upstairs is the equivalent of lifting her own weight 12 feet. And at the rate of 20 trips a day, that's lifting about 12 tons of weight. Who said weaker sex? Ironing is another kind of work that's a lot of little jobs all rolled into one. Just to iron one of hubby's shirts, for instance, the iron may have to be lifted 20 or 30 times. And since a flat iron weighs about as much as a brick, a day's ironing actually uses just about as much muscle as bricklaying. Flattening a towel or wielding a trowel, even Stephen. Had your iron today, lady? Because men are beginning to realize how much lifting and pushing the little woman has to do around the house, more and more muscle savers are being designed to make the little jobs easier. It's one thing to make 6,000 separate scrubbing motions over a tub of clothes, and quite another to push a button that does all the work. Here's another example of sheer brute force. Now, let's make a super scientific test. You'll notice that this girl is wearing a very special thimble. In fact, it isn't a thimble at all, but a gadget of springs and levers to measure the amount of force needed to sew on a button. And it's called an ergometer. According to the ergometer dial, it takes 18 units of force to push the needle through the cloth just once. In sewing stitch by stitch, that work adds up. Any man will admit that's a lot of work when it's called to his attention in the right way. And this is one way of calling it to his attention. This hurry-up picture shows that a stitch in time doesn't always save 9. And anyway, who wants to save 9 stitches when a machine can do all the work? A sewing machine is really an amazing invention, especially when you stop to think that a man invented it. Yet it's simple when you know how it works. We'll slow this one down so that for the first time on a theater screen, we can all see exactly what goes on inside a sewing machine. Well, there's the needle with a little loop of thread running through the eye. That's the eye right there close to the point. The needle carries the thread down through the cloth. At the same time, underneath the cloth, another little loop of thread is being carried in a moving carriage called a shuttle. The shuttle moves past the needle. The loops of thread cross each other and form a smooth stitch. And so, that's the way a sewing machine takes the place of a lot of needless needle nudging and keeps everyone in stitches. Amazing. In the early days of motoring, no woman in her right mind would tackle the job of starting the engine because the job had to be done the hard way. Let George do it was the slogan, and ever since, men have bragged about being the better drivers. Then the muscle savers got to work, and the self-starter put the woman driver behind the wheel instead of in the back seat. But even recently, a motor car demanded a certain amount of athletic prowess on the part of the driver. For example, in shifting gears. Let's hook up one of these work measuring machines or ergometers to this old-fashioned gear shift lever to see how much muscle it needed to run through the gears. 90 units. Starting and stopping, parking and backing up on a full day's driving amounted to more than a ton of pushing plus about a city block of reaching. Putting the shift lever up by the steering wheel would cut down the amount of reaching. But with such a short lever, it would be even more work to shift the gears. In fact, more than 100 units. To make this job easier, some sort of machine was needed to take over the muscle work of moving the gears in and out of mesh. Yet, because the speed of the car and the conditions of load are never twice quite the same, a certain amount of human judgment would help to shift gears quietly and smoothly. A muscle-saving engineer who went to work on this two-sided problem found that the vacuum produced inside the motor car engine could develop plenty of power to do the actual work. And by means of a super-sensitive control, the driver could still be the real gear-shifting boss. The sensitive control can regulate the pressure in a powerful vacuum chamber so that the slightest movement of the lever will bring about a strong push in the desired direction. A push that can be controlled to follow the movement of the lever with infinite exactness. This device, connected to the gears of a motor car, can do 80% of this work of shifting, yet leave enough for the driver to sense the response of the gears as they move smoothly into place. Now let's use that ergometer gadget again to see how much undesirable exercise we've saved this member of the fair and so-called weaker sex. Now the dial shows about 30 units, only a few ounces of push with the vacuum gear shift. And if you stop to think about it, that's a vast improvement when it's multiplied by the amount of expert driving that our American girls do nowadays. Now that the muscle savers are busy, cutting down the amount of unnecessary work for women and for men, we'll all have more energy left for playtime. But there are still plenty of jobs left for the ergometer and the work-saving scientists to tackle. Think of all the energy that our charming millions spend in keeping beautiful. And if science is so darn wonderful, why doesn't some genius build a contraption like this?
Hula, hula, hey,
Wow.
we're tiger dancing.
We had a poker break there.
Hey, Janet, could you go in the kitchen and maybe use your fairer sex to make me something to eat, perhaps?
Yeah, I can make you a knuckle sandwich, Grim. How about that?
No, I'll pass. Welcome, everybody, back to the Mummy and the Monkeys
Harry Scary Hangout.
Hopefully you're enjoying our tonight's summer short, some art special. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just watched a very old-fashioned...
condescending, perhaps.
Very sexist video.
See, you do work hard when you're behind that stove.
But that man wearing the dress seemed to really enjoy himself. So.
Look how many steps you take up and down the stairs, lifting your own weight. Many times, up and down with the mops and the brooms and everything else you have to do. Look how much work it takes for you to go from the icebox to the table and prepare a delicious, nutritious meal for your hardworking husband coming home from a hard day of laying bricks. What the heck was that? Oh my God!
I think a guy made that video.
You think? Oh, they try to kind of like pump up the woman's role by saying you do as much work as the guy does, but it's like why do we have to define that? It's kind of odd.
Anyways.
But, why can't the guy be in the kitchen and the woman laying bricks?
She could. I mean, 10 years before you had Rosie the Riveter.
That's true. I don't know. It was just very interesting they had to make a whole film about that, but whatever. But that's what we're here to... Well, wait till you see the last one. The last one's kind of funny, too. It's kind of like in the same vein, but it's in color, which is even better.
Oh, no.
Probably from around the same era, too. It's pretty funny.
Oh, dear.
I'm loving this kind of stuff. I just never... Some of these things I don't really watch all the way through because I know there's really nothing to edit out of them.
There's so many old short films like this, these old educational films, and some of them are like really gross and hard to watch, and we could never play them on here, and some of them are weird. So
what we might do is we might wind up...
But they're fun. They're weird.
We might make like a direct-to-DVD special, like with some of the subjects that are a little more... Even from these time periods, are a little more heavy, okay?
A little more risque or serious or adult nature.
It's very medical, but it's something that we really wouldn't show on this show because we know that are all ages watching.
Mm-hmm.
But if we made something that was kind of age restricted and kind of like it had a little parental warning on there, so we might put that out at some point. But wow. Yes. I don't know. So this might be your last chance.
Commented, my grandma drove a truck in a lumber camp in the 30s.
Wow.
Wow, it sounds like she was awesome.
She was a tough cookie.
Yeah.
So I think this might be the last chance to enter, right, for the giveaway.
Yeah, this is the last call for the prize giveaway.
That's right.
And the prize giveaway is a Stasha prop. This is an actual prop from the Stasha skit. It's the office sign.
That's right, Yashu's office sign.
Yashu needs to learn how to spell.
Nah.
But one lucky winner will get this evening, and Stasha, Yashu, and Bubcha, and maybe even Earl will sign it.
You never know.
Earl, the crypt kitten that we have here. He's running around chasing bugs.
So if you'd like a chance to enter to win this tonight,
you can send us an email.
That's right, right here.
themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com, and in the subject line have it say Stasha.
That's right, plain and simple.
And I will put all the names in my big shiny plastic mummy bucket.
That's right. We'll pick a winner very, very shortly here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what else we got left here? I think we only have that one thing. Oh, we have a TV show time travel too. So
yes,
we're good.
a TV show time travel. Yep.
We are bueno. All right, I like that.
Very cool.
Anything the fans saying that
I'm
we're
checking some of the comments right now.
Because this is a live streaming show, so interaction is definitely encouraged.
Helen says she won. No, we don't
know. You never know.
You never know. She has won before. I know she jokes about it every time.
She get that tattooed somewhere on her.
Kirk says the farting lady was the best. Yeah, and right after that, we had our little polka break with the cat lady dancing around.
Yeah, we just threw some polka music on there and a couple of Grim Glory fart. I had to do something, sound effect wise,
just
sound
something
drop
silly to add in there. Yeah.
One day I'm gonna do at least one of these skits with sound drops in it. That could be fun.
Or maybe we do commentary on the video.
Yeah, I think next time we do one of these short shows, we'll have it hooked up so we can actually comment on it, like kind of Mystery Science Theater, kind of riff on a little bit, as it goes on. You won't see us, but you'll hear our voices, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could give it a try.
We could give it a shot, yeah.
Or maybe play a short before we play a feature film. Just do like one every other episode or something.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Well, see what we can do. You can probably move out of the kitchen now and into them.
Oh, after I'm done making your knuckle sandwich?
No. Like I said, you can hold that and hold the knuckles, everything. Just kidding.
All right.
JK, decay, JK.
All right, Grim.
I love you, baby. All right, so let's dive into the last short of the night. It's called, where's my list?
Uh-oh, which one's this?
Oh, boy.
Is this the one I'm thinking of?
No.
Okay, it's not that
That one we're going to save maybe for a DVD release.
Yeah, that one's a little too...
It's got some pretty hardcore stuff.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's got some, graphic photos of. It's a disease. Let's put it that way. Disease-oriented, animated by Walt Disney Studios back in the day. Believe it or not, but yeah, it has
but
to
what's
do with
this one? What is
not this one?
What
this
are
one's
we
called
showing?
Young Men's Folly.
Young Men's Folly.
Oh, fancy.
Young Man's Fancy.
Same thing.
Okay.
Young Man's Fancy.
Is this
yes.
another 50s one?
It is a 50s one, but it's in color. Actually, it might be late 40s. I think it's a 40s one.
Oh, it might even be older.
But in color, yeah. And it's about, you'll see. It's kind of got to do with, relationships. A young girl and a mother, stuck in the kitchen, of course, and her brother's coming back with.
Well, don't give the whole thing.
Well, I didn't say. I mean, this is about as on this show. This is about as factoid as you get.
Yeah.
I'm just giving a little bit of a, and I'm not going to give anything away, but anyway. So yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. It's a good one. So.
All right, so this is the last of.
And then
after this, the TV Showtime
That's
Travel.
right. So we got.
And then we announce the winner.
And then after that, we're going to go to our show.
Then we're going to jump over to YouTube.
That's right. I can find that still real quick of that.
Yes, and we'll have an announcement later.
Oh yeah, we need to make an announcement.
Yeah, with updates.
But after this show at around midnight-ish, we're going to go over to YouTube to the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout. So join us there. We're going to keep the party going. But right now, get ready for the last short of the night called Young Man's Fancy. Right here.
On the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout.
Yeah, woohoo. Young Man's Fancy, where you be? It's Janet Decay and Grim Gory.
Showing you weird movies.
12 o'clock, and time for the headlines of the latest news of the day. According to the latest bulletins...
How are the sandwiches coming, Mom? Almost ready. They're so easy to do, even your dad can put them together and do a dandy broiling job on them.
Dad kind of fancies himself quite a cook since we got our electric range, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm, and he's pretty good at it, too. Let's have cocoa today. It'll just take a few seconds to heat up milk.
Okay, I'll be finished in half a sec. Mother, wouldn't it be slick if we had an electric ironer, like Sally's mother has?
Of course it would. And I'm looking forward to having an electric dryer, too. Just think. Then we'd have a complete electric laundry.
Whee!
We? What?
Why, goodbye, old wash day. That's why the wee.
Really, Judy. Come on now, eat your lunch. You'll feel better.
I feel fine. This tastes yummy. I just love bacon crisp and crunchy like this.
Honey, stop wolfing your food. No one's going to take it away from you.
Sorry, sweetie, but it's really your fault. You shouldn't have them so good.
Oh, I almost forgot. A letter from Bob.
Another letter? Thought he was coming home tomorrow.
He is. He wrote to say he's bringing a friend with him.
What does he say? About the friend, I mean. Is he tall, dark, and handsome, I hope?
Well, here's what he says. Alex is a real great guy, even though he's serious-minded and tops in all his classes. He's got a job lined up with a construction gang near us, and I knew you wouldn't mind if he spent a few days with me, since it's the end of the term.
Say, pretty dull.
Alex has little time for girls.
I knew it. I bet he doesn't even dance.
And is quite a woman-hater in his way. Well.
For Pete's sake, wouldn't you know that goon brother of mine would bring home something that lives under a rock?
Judy, I do wish you'd speak English like normal human beings. Besides, I'm sure Mr. Phipps is a very nice young man.
I know. But just because Bob is a book cook, there's no reason he has to bring another one home with him.
Well, we'll see. Oh, there's a special message for you. And be sure and tell Judy to keep her grimy little paws off of my friend. He's got no time for babies.
What's his name again?
Alexander Phipps.
Alexander Phipps. Sounds revolting. Whatever made my dear brother think I'd be interested in a character with a name like that? As far as Mr. Alexander Phipps is concerned, he'll be left alone. Strictly alone. And with the greatest of pleasure.
Judy, isn't it about time you got dressed, dear? I'm dressed. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Go put on a dress before they get here.
Ask for him? Okay, but nobody named Alexander Phipps would ever notice what I had on. Jeepers! Is he cool? Really cool. Johnny, Mother! They're here! And look at me, I'm a mess!
Well, what do you care? Remember? His name is Alexander Phipps.
Oh, wait till I get that brother of mine alone.
Hi, Mom. Oh, gee, it's good to be home. Oh, Mom, this is Alex.
Hello, Alex. We're very happy to have you with us.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Adams. It's nice of you to have me.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me. You're the twin without the Tony. Alex, this is the little sister I was telling you about. Judy, Alexander Phipps.
How do you do, Mr. Phipps? So nice you could come.
Oh, thanks, Judy. And the name is Alex.
Did you boys have your lunch?
Oh, no. We didn't want to miss another one of your meals. Besides, we wanted to catch a shower.
Well, okay, run along then. I'll have everything ready by the time you get back.
Right. Oh, Mom, how about some of those hot biscuits of yours,
All right, hot biscuits. Judy will make them for you.
Judy? I didn't know she could. Come on out.
Oh, that sounds real good, and thanks.
Mother, you do the biscuits, huh?
Well, it'll only take you a moment, Judy.
Thanks, Angel. I think I will throw on a dress. More ladylike, don't you think so?
Yes, dear, but Alexander Phipps will never notice that.
You're a doll, Mother.
Sure do get a smooth shave with this electric razor. Hope your dad won't mind.
No, he won't mind a bit. He always lets me use it when I'm home. Dad's a swell guy. You'll like it.
Hey, you're not running out of hot water, are you?
What?
I said, you're not running out of hot water, are you? I stayed under quite a long time.
Oh, don't worry about that. Wait till you see the electric water heater Dad got us. We're loaded now. We have plenty of hot water all the time.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah?
I thought you said your sister was just a little kid.
Don't let her fool you. She's still a little monster. Hey, you look mighty pretty. How about that food?
Food? Is that all you can think of at a time like this? Besides, don't change the subject. I ought to wring your smug little neck.
What's the matter now? What have I done?
Studious, serious-minded.
What are you talking about?
Tops in all his classes.
Now, Judy, Alex is really a guy who...
Well, has little time for girls.
Now, wait a minute. Let me explain.
And a woman-hater to boot. I think you're a stinker. Why do girls have to have brothers?
I love you, too. Now, simmer down, sis. It's the truth. Alex really has no time for girls. Especially you.
Flattery will get you nowhere. Just watch, Junior. Hi, Alex. I know you're hungry. You'll be eating in a jiffy. Excuse me.
Everything's ready, Judy.
Come and get it.
Sit down, boys.
Come on, Alex, make yourself at home.
sorry to put you to all this trouble, Mrs. Adams, but it does smell good.
No trouble at all, Alice. Everything's so easy with an electric range. Possibly I'm prejudiced, but see, the food tastes better, too.
Say, I hate to be corny, beautiful, but what's cooking?
Stew. Beef stew.
Oh,
Mom knows how you love it.
it's wonderful. It's my favorite dish.
Hot biscuits. Mother made them. I'll get it, Mom.
Don't tell you smear, Tom. Thanks.
Did he arrive? Man, he's positively frantic. A real cool Jonah. Tall, good-looking. Nothing at all like the drips around school. Uh-huh. And he drives a real shafty convertible. He really has it. Oh, when he looks at me, I get, you know, squishy. This afternoon? Oh, that's a wonderful idea. What time? Okay, bye.
Well, that stew was really a production, Mrs. Adams. Can we help with the dishes?
No KP duty around here, Sergeant.
Strictly automatic. See?
Oops. Some in here already, Mom.
That's all right, dear. Just put them in with the others. Oh, wait a minute, Bob. Why not do it the easy way?
Excuse me, Mom.
That used to be my job at home. Washing the dishes, I mean.
Oh, Bob and Judy had their share, too. But thank heaven, no more washing and wiping dishes around here. And the dishwasher uses such hot water, you couldn't possibly put your hands in it.
Sure. That makes the dishes hygienically clean.
I'll put the deep well cooker in when I do the next load. See? Nothing to it, is there?
What? Okay, beautiful. Now, don't forget to call me, will you? Right.
Sally phoned and asked me to go for a swim. Thought you might like to come along and bring Alex.
Oh, thanks. But I think Alex is going to be busy.
Busy doing what?
Now, look, small fry, don't give me any trouble. All I know is he's seeing a man at the Northwest Machine Works on a matter of hydraulics. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Thanks. I will.
And the circulating air completely dries them.
My, you certainly know all about dishwashers.
Oh, not all. But to tell the truth, Mrs. Adams, anything of a mechanical or electrical nature interests me. Fits in with a hobby of mine.
Dishwashers?
Not exactly. Time study. Figuring out how to do things better in less time and with less work.
Time study. Sounds interesting.
And does going for a swim sound interesting, Alex? It's a swell day for us.
Oh, it is at that, Judy. And it'd be great, but could we make it some other time? I have an appointment this afternoon with an engineer. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I came home with Bob. Hey, and I'd better hurry, too. Oh. Thanks for the lunch, Mrs. Adams, and have a good swim, Judy.
How do you like that? He'd rather fiddle with a hydraulic or something than go swimming with me.
You heard him say he had a previous engagement, dear.
Well, I just don't believe it. I'll bet Bob put him up to this. Brothers.
I'll do the nylon things next, Judy.
Okay, Mom.
Isn't it wonderful how this washer does all these heavy things? Imagine, pillows, bedspreads, blankets.
Uh-huh.
Judy, it isn't as bad as all that, dear.
Sorry, Mother. I was just thinking.
Thinking? About what?
Oh, you know. Thinking how awful wash day used to be for you before you had the electric water heater and the washer.
Now, wait a minute, dear.
And about how much easier it'll be when you get your electric ironer and dryer.
You don't fool me for one moment, young lady. What on earth has happened now?
Oh, it's Alex. I I mean Mr. Alexander Phipps. All he's interested in is mechanics and electricity. Maybe if I were a motor or something, he'd pay attention to me.
He's a serious young man, Judy. Your father admires him very much.
So do I. I mean, I've practically thrown myself at him, trying to make his stay pleasant. But does he like to dance or go to the movies? No. He just wants to talk about logarithms, mental stresses, heat exchanges, I don't know what all. From now on, as far as I'm concerned, he's just a schnookle.
And what, may I ask, is a schnookle?
Something to be left strictly alone.
And take engineering. Electrical, mechanical, most any kind. Think of what still can be done in the field of research. For new ways of doing things. For the generation of power, the distribution of power, and the design of new machines. Why, Mr. Adams, some of those large generators I've seen have the rhythm of music.
Music, Alex? Do you like music?
Can you just go back to the camera? There
I
we
can.
go.
Well, I mean, I don't know what happened there, but it looks like after Schnuckel, things got a hand on
Things
that
got
video.
weird.
That video must go on
Maybe.
more than that, but I think that's all we can put up with tonight. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think
crazy.
that's enough of that.
Yeah, you get the gist of that, right?
Using their electric appliances.
Yeah, she was squishy, and he was all about whatever the heck he was talking about to the dad. I never saw the dad until the end there. I mean, he just pops in.
That was
because he's too busy doing manly work.
I was hoping they'd all get together and play Cards Against Humanity, or
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to do some research on this bit because we have to revisit this.
I think so.
This one is so intriguing to me because I think it's all about selling electrical appliances or something.
Yeah, I
right?
think so. It's just like a big sales.
Not a particular brand, I don't think, but I don't know what this was, but it was.
I think in the beginning GE sponsored it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a General Electric appliance.
Well, but they really beat around the bush to try to sell you that that going electric is the next big thing to do. I don't know. It's interesting how all that worked out, and this is probably not. It might have been early 50s, but late 40s.
Very early 50s.
Yeah, very, very strange one. I mean, again, it wasn't about how to meet somebody nice that would complete your life. It was about
this wasn't really an educational one. This was more of a, hey, buy all this stuff, buy these appliances.
There's a lot of those out there too that we've not shown.
Kind
yet.
of like their version of the infomercial that we see on TV
Wowzers.
now.
Okay, so welcome back everyone to the
Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout, and it's approaching the end of the evening,
Right.
but we still have a TV Showtime travel
and a prize winner for tonight.
and
yes.
we're gonna pick a prize winner. So Grim, what year are we visiting?
You want to do Showtime travel first, and then
Yes.
we'll do it. So stick around for the prize winner.
Yeah,
Tonight,
what prize are we?
Tonight? Okay, so
or
tonight.
what year?
Okay, so let me get my head together. Let me shake my head a minute. Okay. So tonight we're visiting the year 1987. Now, if you don't know what TV Showtime travel is here on the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout, I've collected these local TV guides from Cleveland area, Cleveland, Ohio area for many years.
Do you want me to van it for you?
Not yet.
Okay.
But these would be little supplements that you would get in your, what they would call a newspaper, which you would actually get delivered to your house. I know these are like things that recently have become defunct.
Before streaming, before VCRs were readily available.
So the note was coming on your television set back in the day. You'd refer to this paper pamphlet.
People would watch regular television.
And you would crack it open and you would say, oh, it's on channel 3. I mean, this has cable stations from 1987 because cable was like on a big rise in the mid-80s.
Back in my day.
So you would look in this thing called a TV guide that would tell you what was on television. And, what's interesting is they kept this format. Like if you go on your remote and you look up what guide, right? You hit the guide
that
button.
Same format.
You see it shows you what the channel is and what's on for that.
Yeah.
So before all of that.
Okay, watch that paper. You don't want it to rip.
It's printed. It's fine.
Well, you're getting kind of.
I know.
You should be nicer to those because they're harder to find.
But this one was
And
sent
that
to us
one's-
by Larry Tressler.
Yeah, that one's very special because our friend Larry Tressler's on the
who's
cover.
on the cover of it, and he worked at Channel 43, and it just happened to line up with tonight's show. It's
So
from, it's from June 11th.
June 17th.
No.
June 17th.
No, June 11th too.
June 11th through Wednesday,
Right.
June 17th,
Right.
1987.
So tonight's
So
TV
there's
Showtime
the-
Travel is going to
the
be based
picture there.
on Friday and Saturday, because those are the big things in Cleveland. Friday night was the main horror host show, and then Saturday we had another one. But there's a mystery here. That's why I use this one. I have other TV guides from June 11th ish time.
Okay.
From different years, but this one
And what's
has
the mystery?
a bit of it. Well, the Saturday Superhost show, which Larry Tressler was involved with. I don't know what's going on because it doesn't seem like Soup was on. I mean, Superhost show went from 1969 to 1991, I believe, or 92.
I thought it was 89.
Or even okay, but this is 1987. So I don't know what happened this day.
So it might have been like, yeah.
But I documented. So what I do is I go through here and I find I find images that correspond with what was shown Friday night on the this time on the Big Chuck and Little John show, and then the following day on Saturday it was on Superhost show. And if the Ghoul was on Channel 61, which he wasn't at this time, I would have shown that too. So it's documenting what was shown on horror host and movie host shows in Cleveland back from the 70s, 80s, until the early 90s. So tonight's TV Showtime Travel is 1987, June 11th. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
And we'll
Grim.
talk over it. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. I got the mic on. I do.
Yes, we're traveling back in
Yeah.
time.
Woo! Let's go back in time here. Is it working? If it doesn't work, I have to reload it. Don't worry about it.
Is the sound playing? Let me check.
No, it's not moving. Usually it moves. I know what's going on here. I know what to do. There we go. All right, everybody. Here we go. TV Showtime Travel. June 11th, 1987. We had the Big Chuck and Little John show at 11:30 p.m. and their movie that night. That night, their movie was the Laurel and Hardy classic, Swiss Miss. Now, we just watched this with a friend of ours, Pete, not too long ago.
Yeah, we actually watched this on a roll of film, on 16mm film.
Yeah, and this is a really funny film, and the best part was the gorilla and the piano on the suspension bridge. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Now, later on that night at 1:30 on the same channel, 8 All Night was a movie show, and they had Scared to Death starring Bela Lugosi. What a really interesting movie. He had a little person in the cast with him, and this movie is really interesting. We could probably show this one. I think this is public domain. We should probably look at that.
Ooh, that's creepy.
That's super creepy, all right?
Wow, look at that.
So here's so the following day, Saturday, June 12th, 1987, on WUAB Channel 43 was Superhost? I don't know, because when I look in this TV guide, at noon when Soup should be on, there's Worldwide Wrestling from noon to 1, and then at 1 p.m. there was Wonder Woman episode, okay? And then at 2 p.m. there was a Dukes of Hazzard episode.
Oh, wow. That's kind of all over the place.
But at 3 p.m. there was The City Beneath the Sea, okay? That's the only kind of movie that was shown that afternoon, which is Superhost slot. I don't know why. But then there's evening programming on Channel 43, and it consisted of a Buck Rogers episode at 5, and a Star Trek Next Generation, the original episode.
Original Star Trek.
Cast at 6. Mm-hmm. And so, so that is the TV Showtime Travel for June 11th, 12th, 1987. Now, it's interesting to me because, like I said, Soup was on until 1989. Why he was not on that day, I don't know. So maybe our friend Larry may know. So if you do know Larry, let us know what was going on that day.
Maybe he took some days off. That could be possible.
It's possible, but I don't know. Because every TV guide I crack open to do that segment, there's always consistency, you know? But anyway.
Anyways, so
let's get to some winners. Who cares about all that stuff?
TV history. Yeah. And now it's the end of the night. So thank you guys for watching. We have the prize giveaway. So if you want to hold that prize
I
up,
will.
I've got all the names here in my big shiny plastic mommy bucket.
We're going to reach down.
We're going to shake it up, shake it up.
Shake it up, Buttercup. And we're going to pick one winner.
Stir it up,
right?
stir it up, stir it up.
Scrap it up. Stir it up.
And I'm going to pick out a name.
I told you who I thought might win. Let's see.
Oh, and the winner is...
Yes. I was wrong.
Tim Harrod.
Tim Harris.
Tim Harris.
You are the winner chicken dinner, my friend.
Woohoo! Congrats, Tim Harris.
You win this official prop from tonight's skit, the Stasha skit, which should we show it
awesome.
again before we leave?
It's after midnight, Grim, and we got to hop on over to YouTube.
We have to hustle on over to YouTube.
Yeah,
right.
so people could watch the replay later if they want to watch the Stasha skit again.
And we'll probably
so thank you, Tim. I will be mailing out these by Monday.
Oh yeah.
There's a prize from last week I still need to mail out, and then Kate, I missed. I think it might have gotten lost in the mail, or I forgot to mail it. But I will make it up to you, Kate. We'll send you a prize too.
That's right.
So I have 3 prizes I'm going to ship out by Monday.
So I want to thank you one and all for joining us tonight on the Mummy the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Yes.
Some are short, some aren't special. And the announcement we have to make.
The announcement is, okay, so we will return. We always will return, but it won't be till July 3rd. So in 2 weeks. Yeah, we're going to take 2 weeks off so we can work on some more videos and do some renovating here at the Erie Cinematary.
That's right. We got some work to do. So
yeah, we have a lot of work around here.
But, we're not... But during that few weeks, we're also going to work on the show and get some cool stuff. We'll probably have a new intro together to show you.
Yeah, because Grim has been working on a new intro. He's collaborating with another YouTuber.
That's right. Some new skits and all kinds of cool stuff, which you'll see when you join us then.
Yes. So we will be back, Friday, July 3rd for our 4th of July special.
Woohoo!
So good night, good fright, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
And we'll see you next time on
The Mummy and the Monkeys
Hairy Scary
Hangout. And we'll see you on YouTube in just a few minutes.